And a big hi to Lynda. Thank you for coming in, Lynda.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I did send the link out. Yep. I did send the link out to a few people, but they're obviously quite busy, so that's okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Let me share it out.
Oh, thank you.
$22,000. Congratulations. That's really good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I've been lucky on a couple of videos, and so I sort of use that title quite often now, Australia's Cultural Capital, because at one stage I had about 3 videos trending in the top 10 on that. If you sort of entered that search term on Google search for videos, I had about 2 or 3 videos in the top 10.
Oh, wow.
So
really
now I sort of keep hitting up that title from time to time if I can. And of course, in the state, I haven't even looked at the footage I got. I've used any. And I haven't even looked at the footage. Okay. I'd emptied it and then I had to film some on the phone, and hopefully I've got some there. But I did a walking video which went up yesterday, and that was also the same day. I go out filming and I try to get enough for like 2 videos if I can, if I'm out filming.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Awesome. So which were the videos that got so much attention?
It's a couple of night market videos. I'd have to look on here which ones they are exactly. If I could get it up on my computer or something, and just just click on my channel videos and then most popular, and then it'll come up sort of
Here, I'll
which
put it
ones.
on my. Oh, I have 2 screens, so I'll put it on my other screen.
Oh, great! Yeah, I'd love to work this thing out how I could add a screen on, but I don't know if the tablet version will do that on Restream or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me go to your channel.
But I think the top one's about 17,000 views or something. But that does sort of change. It keeps going up and up, even sort of after about 6 months since that one went up. About 16 or 17,000 views, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, that one just sort of keeps ticking away. So, it could be more now. I'd bring it up on computer, but I can't even read the screen at the moment the way the sun's shining in this room. And
I've got it. I've got him.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you've got that Night Market Midsummer. That one's got quite a few views. Let me see videos. Oh yeah, you've got your Celebrate one. It's got almost 10,000 views. And come with me on a virtual garden tour of Australia's. Yeah, I can imagine those would probably be really popular videos.
Yeah.
Because, who doesn't want to go on a garden tour of Australia? I mean, realistically, everyone, it would seem that it would be a great video.
Yeah, or a tour around the markets. Everybody likes to see something a bit
Everyone
different.
loves
So,
to see that.
yeah.
Christmas night market, explore Melbourne. Yeah, you got some good ones. Really
Yeah.
good.
There's a new night market. It's the Hawker night market starting up. I think it's about on the 9th of April. So I'm going to have to get out and film there. It's a Wednesday night, so I'll go out and film, and then probably I'll have to get back to the nearest train station here. Be like about 10 or 11 p.m. and then have to get an Uber from it to right here because
Yeah.
the buses sort of stop at about 9.
Oh. Yeah, what tourism's really a good niche on YouTube. So,
Yeah,
like if you focus on tourism, your channel would probably just blow up.
yeah, tourism and events and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Because originally when I started YouTube, I started off as a cooking channel and then would occasionally get outside because, I was thinking, oh, what am I going to film? I started in 2019 and thinking, oh, what am I going to film? Because I always wanted to do YouTube and even I wish I started back in 2000 and was it 2008 when it started or something.
Yeah.
I was watching it then. Of course, I'd be mostly
2000, I
watching
think it was
for
2006
music.
earliest. I started in 2008.
Yeah, yeah, way back whenever,
Yeah.
a long time ago. But
Way back.
I'd be mostly watching music back then, and of course, I was quite busy back then. I was living in Southeast Asia. Well, 2006, I'd sort of just watch for music, but I didn't even think of YouTube at that time of doing it because I was quite busy with life and things were going really well all the time. And then 2008, we all know what happened then,
Yeah.
and life really changed for me then, 2008. So that's when I learned to teach English as a foreign language, and I did that also in Jakarta. And of course, with the work around, then I went to Malaysia for about 9 months in Kuala Lumpur. And then I went to Thailand because, of course, Thailand was the best place to teach English as a foreign language. And then a long time in Thailand, and came to Australia. I think it was about 2018, something like that. Um, Things had sort of gone belly up in Thailand. There were some big floods, and the school that I taught at was closed and sort of needed money. And I sort of wanted to sort out everything with my origins because I knew I was adopted and all that. I'd sort of ran away from them when I was 16 and a half to Southeast Asia. And so I wanted to get to the bottom of that as well. And then, of course, we all know, I was just sort of getting some things sorted there, but we all know what happened in 2020, and that just, absolutely
Yeah.
destroyed any progress I'd made and cleaned me out. And now I'm just done. I just want out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, realistically, if you could just get do you get a lot of any sponsorship offers or in
Not
the
a
tourism
lot.
category?
I get the odd one come up, but because of my location, I don't really get a lot because I'm in the wrong country for that. I don't have a lot of my viewers actually here in this country, and I don't really focus my channel on viewers here in this country. I more focus on viewers in US, Canada, Great Britain, Western Europe, and of course Asia. And of course, that's where all my subscribers are.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have some dedicated subscribers, obviously. They like your videos. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah, thanks. I wish I was in a position to have actually there's no way I could. Basically all I can do at this stage is I have a few spare dollars. I will become a member of a channel, or I'm a member of the channel already, and with one of their lives, I'll often buy a couple of memberships just to gift out, just to try and give something back, if you know what I mean, because
that's really sweet. That's really sweet of you.
Well, I do what I can do. I'm really so thankful for those who follow me and watch.
Yeah. So, do you have a lot of members?
Not a real lot. I'd have to have a look to see how many I've actually got at this stage. I'm not sure. I'll just scroll. Members. Because I do the 10 every month from YouTube that I gift out. It's saying I've got about 17 or 18 at this stage. I've probably got about 3 who have bought memberships. And then there's 3 or 4 who have bought memberships, and then I buy memberships then as well to gift out to my channel. And of course, there's been a few that have dropped off now because of the end of the month, so I'll be buying a few more again next time I do a live sort of early in the next month.
Well, hopefully you'll get a bunch of members. I am going to become one of your members after I get off of here. I can't do it while I'm on here, but
thank you. Yes,
I don't know how many viewers you have right now watching.
I've got about 4 or 5, but one of them might be me because I've got it sitting on my phone here. So we have Garden State so-and-so, Robyn. Hi there, great to see you. And also Blues Self-Reliant. So a big hi to Pam also. Thank you.
Hi.
And I've got you all running on my phone here. The way the sun's shining in here, it's hard to see my computer screen, and my computer's old and slow, so it seems to run a bit better on my phone than on my computer. And of course, I'm actually live streaming from my tablet because the tablet's nice and works really quick and everything. So it's better if I do those things from my tablet than on my computer. My computer's Windows 10, and I think it's probably about 8 years old. I bought it secondhand just because I need a computer to do certain things, when you're putting things onto YouTube. But as for editing, I do all my editing either on my phone or on my tablet because my computer just won't handle it.
I'm texting everyone in the chat saying hi, everyone.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. I just say, thank you, 99. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Lynda.
Oh, no problem.
Of course, I just see it come up on my phone.
Yeah,
I should open my phone out, and then I
no
can sort of
problem.
read without glasses because I can't sort of read the small print
Oh yeah.
without them.
Yeah. If I yawn, it's because I'm just tired.
Don't yawn too much, you make me yawn. Because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. This place where really very, very thank you, Robert. Too kind. Very, very interesting. And I sort of say interesting in exclamation marks. You can be sure that a lot of nights I'm in a share house at the moment, so you're looking at one step up from a homeless shelter. So you'll have nights where, because it's 8 rooms here, so you'll have nights where everybody's sort of arguing amongst themselves, and somebody starts a fight, or somebody decides they'll get high on drugs or something.
Wow.
I stick to myself, so they just leave me alone. They sort of see
There's
me.
Adrianne.
Oh, hi there, Adrian. They see me as probably being friendly, but probably being snobbish because I don't speak the same language as them, if you know what I mean, and they don't speak the same
Uh,
language as me. Meaning,
uh,
liking and seeing the world different and all of that.
yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. Yeah, so this is the first time I've done a live from my new computer.
Congratulations on your new
Yeah.
computer, and maybe you could tell me
I'm
all
so
about.
excited about it.
Maybe you could tell me all about it, Lynda. I'd love to know.
Uh, it's a gaming computer and you buy all the components yourself. And I was able to go to this one website called Bid FTA, and one of the parts that normally costs like $200, I was able to get for $20. And the
Wow.
monitor I'm on right here, I also was able to get for $20, brand new monitor. I got it from that. And then I just kind of like waited and looked and searched for all my parts. Took me 5 months to gather all my parts together. And then she just comes in and throws it together like it's nothing. And to me, it was like, oh my gosh, because it tells you
Mm.
you got to put this paste on when they're building it, so that when you put I think it's the gaming card or
Yeah.
something, you have to put some paste on it and connect it, and then they have to constantly, she was constantly touching metal to so there wasn't no spark or static electricity anywhere, because it can ruin your motherboard and your computer, just a little spark, a little static electricity. So she's sitting here putting it all together, and I mean, it only took her about 4 hours. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
Wow,
quite
that's
impressive.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
you say to buy a new gaming computer with the capacity that this one has would probably be about $3,000-4,000, because it just but with because that's what I wanted in it. But for her to build it, it was around 700. You know,
Wow.
me sourcing out the parts and finding the parts and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You can't
basically,
even buy a regular computer like that for
yeah,
around
basically
700.
you paid what I paid for this tablet I'm using.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and this tablet secondhand.
Yeah.
And you
I
you
mean,
paid for a
it's
brand new
crazy.
computer the same. Yeah, that's
Great.
crazy.
And it has 2 terabytes of storage. It's got a really fast processor because it's a gaming computer, so it's really,
Yeah.
really fast. And I have 2 monitors and yeah. I'm not used to having to have a headset or a microphone over here. I have a mic,
Yeah.
if you can see it. but it's like right here. It's not in the camera view, but I have a microphone that's, external mic, and then the camera is external as well, So, yeah. But
Wow, that's
really
awesome.
good deal. So, and there's a lot of kids that know how to build them, So if you a lot of the gamer kids, they know how to do it.
We've got to find a kid who knows how to build one. Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you, Adrianne, for sharing this out and everything. I really appreciate that. Much appreciated. Yeah, well, I just sort of battle along with a laptop that's about 8 years old or something. Windows 10. I don't know. I think this one came out with Windows 10. It says Intel Inside Core i5. But it's probably one of the first of those that had the Core i5 or what have you, and
Yeah.
it's pretty old and slow, and it's 8 gigabytes of RAM, and definitely that just doesn't cut it for a laptop. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah, it makes it hard. I was on a little Chromebook, the kind that the kids use in school.
Yeah,
That's what I was using, and for all my lives, and it gets so frustrating because it's just not easy to use all the time. I mean, I like
yeah,
it for certain things, but for yeah, so I was
yeah.
grateful for that.
I guess for a lot of things it was just underpowered.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's what I found with this computer. There's no way that I'd be able to run. It just won't even let it load up DaVinci Resolve to edit with or anything like that. So
yeah.
I do all my editing on this phone or on my
Yeah.
tablet.
Yeah, I do a lot of my editing on my phone, but I'm going to start using this because I do have Adobe Premiere Pro, the
Yep.
the one that you can. I've never learned how to use it,
Yeah.
and my son and my granddaughter know how to use it, so they have to teach me. But I couldn't. I just struggled. I didn't. I got frustrated and just quit because I needed something simple, and so they're going to teach it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. If they
I
can
can
teach
learn.
you, that would
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's very interesting. Pam, yeah, mine are Taddy's PCs, are gaming PCs. Probably because we gave us a live stream game on Twitch. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a gamer at all, but I could really appreciate a gaming laptop or a gaming computer just because they're fast
Well,
enough
they're
and
the
have the
best.
power.
They're the best for live streams. They're the best
Yeah,
for doing YouTube. I mean,
best
it
for
really
editing.
does. Yeah. Yeah. So, because I asked her what would be best. She actually just got a job at Best Buy for the Geek
Yeah.
Squad. So she's going to be working there, helping people with computers and stuff. So I'm
Oh,
grateful.
awesome. Um,
That's who I had to call to get directions when my mic wasn't working
I'll
or my
add you in
headset.
blue. I'll add you in blue there, Pam, too, because if there's something you ever want to share out, if you have a video you want to share out or something like that, please do feel free. And also, I will remind everybody if you want your own link shared out, just type drop. I do have Nightbot set up here.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So what'd you do today?
Well, I'm just sort of getting up, if you know what I mean. 11:30
Oh, that's
a.m.
right. I
here.
forgot.
Yeah, crazy time difference. I started this, what we started a bit after 11, once we sort of got things worked out on how to get this to run. So, of course, it's a Sunday morning here, so I'm pretty slow and
Yeah.
didn't get a lot of sleep last night because of all the goings on here in this place.
That's not fun. That is not fun.
Yeah, you're most welcome there, Pam. Yeah, I like DaVinci, and if I could run it on my computer, I'd use it.
Jennifer Ocean Homestead.
Anybody who's interested, I'll show you what I use. Basically, I use one called InShot, and that's just
Yeah, I use
know.
InShot. That's what I use to edit my videos too. I love InShot.
Yeah, I
You know,
love
I
it. I
think it's
use
probably the easiest of all
yeah,
the editing software to use,
and yeah,
and
I
you can
use
do
the
quite a
paid
bit of things
version.
on there.
I
Yeah.
use the paid version of it because I like to have no watermarks, and I like to have the extra
Yeah.
features, and
I have the paid version too because it's just worth it to me.
yeah.
Most
And it's
of
not that much. I think it's about $4 a month or something. It's
yeah, no, it's not
basically
bad.
basically a packet of chips, less than a
Mhm.
coffee per month.
Yeah, I always use InShot and Canva for my thumbnails, um, and now I've been using Suno for my music because it's your music. It's created for you,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
And it's AI music, but it's created for you. And I ran into a problem when I had MT or not MT Homestead, but when I had oh, my mind just went blank.
Um,
When I
Critic Crew.
had Tara and Jason on,
Oh, yep. Gotcha.
okay? And they got a copyright notification because I had played my outro, which was from um it was from Epidemic Sound. The music was from Epidemic Sound because I always used Epidemic Sound,
Yep.
but I never even thought about them not being able to play it because
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Yeah, and it
felt really
was you
bad
had the
about that.
license, but they didn't. Yeah.
But at least on the AI, it's your own song, and so
Yeah. I used to
I guess
use
that
Creative
automatically gives.
Commons. I used to use Creative Commons, and then I just had so much trouble because there'd be these different sort of scammers that would just claim all these songs off Creative Commons as copyright, and so I
Yeah.
was always
That White
having
Rock
to.
Homestead. Thank you, Jennifer.
I was always having to dispute copyright claims on YouTube because of Creative Commons, because somebody had decided, oh, they'll just put copyright on this song in Turkey, and of course, all sorts of obscure countries. They couldn't get away
Yeah.
with doing it in the States or a Western country, but they'd do it in some sort of, Banana Republic or obscure country or,
Yeah.
like in Turkey or goodness knows where. And it was annoying. So I just sort of, I only use tunes now off of the YouTube audio library. Or if I'm on
Yeah.
TikTok doing something for TikTok, from the TikTok library.
Do you know, years ago, though, in 2008, I used to only use YouTube library. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. I had 5 or 6 videos that ended up with copyright things from YouTube music.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
see Jennifer Ocean. Hi there, Jennifer. White Rock, yeah. Interesting firm, that one. Um, if the goings on there one time on a live. You made one of my lives, because sometimes you'd hear the goings on sort of coming over my microphone from one of the other rooms, and yeah,
Megan
definitely
talking
sometimes
about
sounds like
overnight.
that.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely got you there, Jennifer. I have to look here and check every so often on who's in chat because it doesn't pop up on my screen.
Yeah.
Just the way I've got Restream set up on my tablet. I'd sort of had cheap tablets for so long, and I really struggled with them. And the last one I had before I got this one, I had one of the Samsung A series, which it wasn't bad, but it struggled. It just didn't have enough power. Before that, I had an iPad Mini, and that was hopeless. That really struggled. And my what was it, an A8 or something, had decided it wouldn't work, so I sent it away to get fixed. And then when I got it back, I'm sick of this tablet. It just won't cut it. So I sold it, and I bought a Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. So, a tablet 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
And wow, a premium tablet like this is just amazing what it will handle. And probably spent about the same money as a good brand new mid-range or cheaper tablet, but buying
you have little orbs flying around your head. So they're not there right now, but you did. It was like little teeny tiny orbs flying around your head.
Wow. This
Glowing.
internet is horrid here too. So whether it's the internet or whether it's somebody looking out for me because I'm in a terrible place, if you know what I mean. It's not the nicest place to live.
I'll be looking out for you.
Yeah.
There was just one. Watch the screen, you guys. Watch the screen. Every once in a while, one will come up above her head, around her face. So interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You'll have to go back and watch the replay and see it.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and watch the replay and see it, yeah.
Because it's fascinating.
But yeah, I'm living in a very interesting place at this time. It's a share house. So yeah, where I was living I was living until December in. I was sharing an apartment. Well, she was supposed to be a friend of a friend from my former church, and yeah, things did not work out very well there at all. And yeah, she turned out to be not real mentally stable, so I sort of had to get out of there quick. And of course, that meant I ended up here because in December there was just no way that I could get a place.
Are you looking for a place right now?
I am not at the moment because I just don't have the money to move. Just at the moment. When I have the money to move, I'll look again. Although I really hope something just goes crazy here on YouTube, and instead of looking in Australia, I just sort of can get my passport all sorted and back, and get some tickets and just go.
Yeah.
Basically sell what I can't carry and give away what I can't carry to Goodwill, and just take what I can in a carry-on bag and a checked luggage. I believe it's probably about 50 pounds, as much as you can carry, and just go and never come back and start again. And I'm no stranger to starting again in a new location. I've done it so often, so it doesn't really scare me, if you know what I mean, to start again.
Yeah.
Just plug this tablet in.
Yeah, when you've had to do it several times, you really don't get too attached to things, you know, to your
No,
belongings when you pack. Yeah.
no. Basically,
I mean, go ahead.
yeah, basically, probably the only things I'm sort of attached to is my YouTube gear and my
Yeah.
electronic gear. Because that gear is actually useful for me and it's something I use. And, everything else, I don't sort of have any more keepsakes or anything. I've moved house 8 times, at least 8 or 10 times. So I don't have anything anymore. So I'm not attached to things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer, that's so true. Renting a room in a house. Yeah, that's basically what it means. And yeah, they're not very much fun. So true, Jennifer. Maybe I should grab what I use for filming. You might be interested.
Yeah.
Hopefully things are sort of around here somewhere and they're not sort of I mean, I go out with this bag when I'm filming. If I'm actually filming with my phone, I will use this microphone. Oftentimes I'm going out not sort of anticipating filming, but I'll go out with this microphone in my purse just in case I do see something I want to film and
Yeah.
plugging it in, because the biggest thing with YouTube, even bigger, more big than or more important than video quality, is your sound quality.
Yeah, I was just telling my husband I need desperately to get a decent microphone for my. But you know what? I just dawned on me. I do have the clip-on mics.
Yep,
I need some new clip-on mics, some really good ones, because I hate the ones I have.
yep. Just find where I got my camera. Basically, that microphone that I showed you, I bought that second hand
Oh,
from a pawn shop. Pawn store. I bought that second hand. It's a Rode
hmm.
microphone, a really good one, but it only cost me like about $40 because it
Yeah,
was second
Jennifer.
hand. And you can really buy some good stuff if you look around yard sales and second-hand stores and Goodwill stores and all of that. And oftentimes you're better off buying second-hand a good brand than buying brand new something from Temu or what have you.
Yeah, I mean, I have tried 3 different the clip-on microphones. I've tried 3 different sets of those, and the sound quality is just terrible. I'm gonna end up, and the ones that are really good, they're like $200.
Yeah, but you're worth looking around a Goodwill or second-hand or something, and you may get the really good one for next to nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my camera. I'm looking where I put my camera. I'm terrible at misplacing things. I mean, if I was in my own house, it'd be different too, but I've sort of got to a stage where I no longer care, if you know what I mean. This place sort of takes it
Yeah.
out of you. Yeah, Jennifer, thank you. I've had to live in horrible places. That's why I picked the cheapest house I could buy as soon as I was finally able to buy a house. I don't have to worry about being evicted or paying rent. Yeah, that's wonderful you could do that, Jennifer, and I'd love to be able to do that someday, but I can't see that happening now.
Are housing
But
prices really high over there?
housing prices are amongst the highest in the world, and they're absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
For the most horrid, basically rundown house, if it's in the city, you're looking at over $1 million.
Oh, wow. That's terrible.
Prices here are absolutely insane. Among the highest in the world.
Where we live, we have 12 acres, almost 13 acres. And we have a barn, a shop, a 2-car garage, a equipment barn, a greenhouse, a cabin, and when we bought this place, we paid $238,000.
Wow. Wow. In this country, you wouldn't even buy a bare piece of land, a quarter acre for that. In most of it,
Yeah,
most of this
yeah.
country, no way. A
I mean,
housing
if this house were
block.
somewhere else, it would be well over $1 million, if it
Yeah,
wasn't here in the middle of Kentucky. But now all the prices have gone way up. That's a good price, Jennifer. That's
yeah,
a
that
very
is a
good
good
price.
price, Jennifer. Yeah,
But all the prices have gone up in the States, but um, still, like if our house were out in Washington State, it would be over $1 million,
yeah,
in most areas in Washington State.
yeah,
It just depends on where you live, it's
yeah,
like really, I mean, our house is
yeah,
not that big. It's big enough for us, though, it's a normal sized house.
yeah. I've heard that, Jennifer. Things are really, really bad in Canada. Very similar to what's happening in this country, and very similar to what's happening in Great Britain. It seems to be three countries in the same sinking boat, which is really sad.
Yeah.
The three countries that shouldn't be in the position that they're in, but they've just been very, very badly managed, if you could call it
And
managed.
yeah. And you just can't understand why they're opting to choose that route. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. But yeah. But for filming, I also have this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a Canon. My husband bought it for me for my birthday.
Yep.
It's a Canon EOS um, Rebel the T7,
Oh,
and
nice.
but I'm not really sure. I've never really learned how to use it. So, I just get frustrated, and I filmed a couple of times and I got frustrated. And I go to
Yeah.
I'm one of those that go to my handy phone
Yeah.
constantly.
I know they're easy. Well, I have here this stick that I use to put my camera on.
Yeah, it's
Um,
nice.
it's got a
Very nice.
tripod bottom,
Yeah. I
so
have
if I
one
want to
that's
sit
similar.
it
Does
down.
that one have the facial where it follows your face?
Yeah, my camera does that. Yes.
Oh,
This is the wireless,
yeah. That I think I need to get that.
and that came with my camera. I've got one
Oh,
of
that
these
came with your
pockets
camera?
too.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so this thing,
See, I need one of those.
these are brilliant because I can walk around and it'll keep things level and keep things stable.
So, what is that called?
This is the DJI Pocket 2. I'd love the 3, which has just come out in the last year.
The DJ what?
DJI Pocket.
Okay, let me see that.
This
I could
is
use
the
that.
this is the 2. There's a 3 out, which of course, it's expensive because it's just come out.
Oh yeah, the Pocket 3 is $700.
Yeah, I want the 3, yeah, but I've got the 2 at the moment. But I will connect this to my phone, and I actually use my phone to control the camera.
Oh
To
wow.
spin around or to zoom or what have you, I use the phone. Or to start filming, stop filming, pan, tilt, everything. And I can also change all the color settings and, the film settings and
So is
ISO
that
or
the camera?
whatever.
Is that a camera also? Is the
This camera,
DJI Pocket?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's got camera and the gimbal built in one. So you don't have any of the problems of trying to set up a gimbal to work with your phone or what have you, or your camera, because it's all just, plug and play.
That's really nice. I'm gonna have to check into that. I'm looking at
Yeah.
it on Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But yeah, they're a really brilliant thing, and they film really good quality. I mean, you can see what I film. Basically, if I'm not filming something on my phone because I forgot my camera, I'm using this thing, and I film everything at 4K, 60 frames per second, because that just gives me different options. If I want to slow something down, it's not going to
Yeah.
look horrid and choppy because I've filmed it at 60 frames.
So the DJI itself, Pocket 3, is a camera and a stabilizer.
Yep, and the 2 or the 1 are the same thing, just the older models.
Oh, okay. Wow. Cool. Yeah, I'm
But
gonna have to.
if you can swing it, I would go the 3, the newest model.
Yeah.
When I'm able to, I'll be getting the 3 myself, and then just putting this on the marketplace.
Yeah.
And of
That'd be a
course, with
good
this,
idea.
it's got the microphone. You want to get the creator pack because that's got the microphone and all the bells and whistles.
I have a GoPro too, and I just like get frustrated with it because it was always like beeping and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I've heard that GoPro sort of have lost the plot, and nowadays, if you're going to buy an action camera and you're going to buy the expensive models, you're better off with the DJI Action.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I've heard from reviews. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because
yeah,
I need something that's easy. Something that
yeah,
I don't have to worry about, something that'll follow my face because I never get my face in the shot. I'm like, "Oh, I cut my head off."
yeah. Whereas this
So,
thing's easy. Basically, if you're filming it yourself and you have like a little square comes up on the screen, and you just
yeah,
touch the square for face follow.
that is
Position the
awesome.
square over your face and touch the square, and it'll,
I'm so amazed by technology. Yeah,
yeah,
because I it takes me forever to figure something out. And then once I get it figured out, I don't want to do anything else. I
yeah,
mean, I spent months getting to know my iPhone
yeah,
because I'd always been a Samsung.
yeah. Well, this thing too, if I'm, not looking at myself but filming something else, I can do the same function but have it follow, an object what I'm
Yeah,
filming.
yeah. That is really neat. Gonna have to try that. Gonna have
So
to
it's
find
only
one.
that's all the difference. Yeah,
Yeah,
DJI Jennifer, yep.
that's pretty
Uh,
cool.
same with me, I just record and post. Yeah, that's fair enough. Housing market went up 300% before since I bought it. Yeah, that's amazing. Just crazy the prices.
Crazy.
But yeah, basically, I've just taught myself to edit, and using like InShot is really quite easy to learn
Yeah,
and to
and
do it
and it's
with.
fun. I have a lot of fun on InShot.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
fun
sure
too.
I'd
Yeah.
have fun on these other programs once I learn them, but you know, right now I don't know 'em, so it's just frustration.
I mean, I have tried to edit before on some of these other programs on computer, and a lot of them get very complicated to do something that should be simple.
Exactly. Exactly. I always had problems with there's one I would always have problems in splitting the video,
Yeah,
because I cut off the wrong part. It had always cut off the wrong part. I'm like, I never could figure that out on a lot of those programs, and so I just InShot, you don't have that problem.
yeah. If you cut something off in the wrong spot, it's so easy just to go back. Or if you cut something off and delete, you can always just pull the file back out with your finger and have it go back to the original
Yeah,
file. It's just so
exactly.
easy,
It is very
and
easy.
it's so easy just to add footage from different cameras as well. If
Yeah.
you're just layering, different scenes from different cameras just by
The only
using
thing
the
is they don't have it for PC. They only have
oh,
it for uh
phone and tablet. Yeah,
yeah, they don't have it on PC, so
it's a pity they don't have it for PC because it'd be great if
yeah,
it was on PC.
yeah, they really would. Really
I mean,
would.
there's been a few places I've seen them pushing these things to I'm not sure what they call it, but basically it's a program that will allow you to open Android apps on your PC. And
Yeah.
I've tried those things and they're all hopeless and a waste of
Yeah.
time. They don't make
They're a
it's
waste of
all just a
time, and
big
I'm always
scam.
scared I'm gonna get a virus or something, and so, yeah, I try not to do too much uploading stuff into my or
Yeah.
downloading stuff into my computer or whatever.
Oh, and I think my computer's so bad at the moment because of all these and I mean they're fine programs, but they're from reputable companies, but they just fill your computer up with so much bloatware that I think probably my computer's so bad because of that.
Yeah. 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 I have
You
a
get one,
laptop, a good laptop that I don't use at all because it's just like it's the slowest thing ever.
yeah.
You
Well, this one's the
turn something on.
same,
Yeah.
and I think it's these a lot of these programs. They say it's an antivirus program, and then they're sending you a link off for you to use this one properly. You need to get this one, which is an add-on to clean your hard drive, and then this one to do
Yeah.
that. And I think they all just messed your laptop up. Actually,
Yeah. I think they do too. I think they do too. So,
and
what are you planning on doing this summer? You have any plans?
Yeah, summer's done. Thank goodness. It's looking like
you're
it's
done with summer. You're going into winter. I forgot.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't really know. If I could get things to go right, it would be leaving Australia.
Yeah.
If I could get things to go right, and if I could get things to go right, I would love to visit Southeast Asia as well. Because I've got some really good friends there, and I lived a long time there, and I would love to visit there. You know, on my way to relocating to the States.
Yeah.
But we've
You
got to
need
have
some. You
something.
need some. You need to just constantly push your lives, push them, push them, push them, till you're getting a lot of people in the lives, and then and keep talking about it, because there's a lot of people out there. I've seen channels that just, some of the people are so generous,
Yeah,
Ariella, that but you have to really stay on it, and do lives constantly, and do videos, just really build that channel up.
yeah. I'm not good at asking for that sort of thing either. The way I was raised with strangers basically,
Hmm.
and of course, I was raised that I was
Yes, Jennifer,
basically.
it does.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, it's so true. I was raised as being that I was bad blood and I was useless and I was trash and all of that. And, I was constantly told, no, you can't ask people that, leave people alone. You know,
But there's a lot of people out there. I don't think you have to ask, okay?
yeah,
I think there's a lot of really good, generous hearted people out there. And when they know your circumstance, they want to help. And the
yeah,
way that
true.
you meet those people is that you put yourself out there, you know, do more and more videos, show these tourism things, talk about your situation, what happened, and let people get to know you. And there's going to be people that'll come along that, it'll be in their heart to help you.
Yeah, thank
And
you. True.
I just think that's key, because I've seen it happen on channels over and over and over again. And yeah, you'll have people that'll want to be a blessing to you,
Yeah,
and that have the means to do that.
yeah.
I just watch this. A channel, and I'm not going to mention the channel, but there's a channel out there, and the sad thing is that the woman, she has a daughter, a little girl daughter, that she adopted, and she's a grifter. Okay,
Yep.
she's constantly scamming people, constantly, constantly. Well, she has a channel, and she's enlisted the help of all these other people that are grifters as well. And somebody from the UK sent her almost $60,000
Wow.
so she could get a fence and do some things on her property. So what I'm saying, and I felt so bad for this man that did this, because he he just wanted to give. He wanted to
Yeah,
help, not knowing that she was a grifter. Well, eventually he found out that what she was all about, and he, you know, hopefully he if he just gave her that much money. Do you know how much that is in the US? That's over $70,000.
yeah, that's huge money. That's basically,
Yeah.
well, in Australian money, you'd probably be looking at well over $100,000 in Australian
Yeah,
money.
it's crazy. And so there's people out there. That's my point, though. she took advantage of the situation, but there's people that genuinely want to help watching videos, watching people because they become it may be somebody who's got a lot of money and who's just lonely and wants to genuinely help somebody. So you just never know. You just have to, have faith and trust and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be and it'll happen because they love you,
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Jennifer. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Just the medical coverage, yeah, I could totally understand that.
Yeah, Jennifer. Yep.
And that you've seen it so often on YouTube, yeah. Well, I'm not good at selling myself either.
I don't think you have to sell yourself. I think all you have to do is let people get to know you. And the more you put yourself out there, the more they get to know you and the more they
Yeah,
fall in love with you. And the more, they start to feel like your family, because they genuinely care. And
yeah,
so I just think that there are a lot of really good-hearted people out there that are
yeah,
that want to do that and they have the means to do that, but they have to get to know somebody before they would ever.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't taught very good life skills either. I wasn't taught. Oh dear,
I hear.
goings on around this place. You're probably all laughing. I wasn't taught life skills either.
I agree, Jennifer.
I wasn't taught how to budget. I wasn't taught how to do a lot of the fill in forms or anything like that.
Yeah,
The people who I grew up with could care less and
yeah,
didn't think I was worthy to learn all those things. Yeah, I agree, Jennifer. Yes. Yeah, well said, Jennifer. I'll probably need some help for somebody to help me with my merch store too, that I can my merch store and get something really happening there too. I like to have things where I can sort of, if somebody's doing something for me or whatever, that I can provide some value for them, if you know what I mean. And that's
yeah.
just the way I see things.
Well, you do provide value. You do. When you go on your tours around the city and the markets and the different things that you do, I mean, even just having a conversation with you is providing
Yeah,
value to someone, and so we may not always see ourselves that way, but somebody else may see us that way.
yeah,
I think we're just really hard on ourselves and think that we're not that.
yeah,
And
and
why would anyone
yeah,
wanna watch me? I'm just
yeah,
an old grandma in Kentucky.
yeah,
I mean, that's what I think, so often, you don't even know. I think, "Well, why would anyone wanna watch me? I'm just a grandma in Kentucky,"
yeah.
that doesn't comb her
It's
hair half the time and out there doing stupid
it's
stuff.
so many of us also were raised in a way that we were taught not to value ourselves, and we were taught that we had no
Mhm.
value. I remember you
Yeah,
saying a bit about your younger years, Lynda, and I could certainly see you sort of thinking the same thing, that we were sort of taught that we had no value in ourselves and
yeah,
no self
yeah,
worth or anything like that. And many of us were raised in that way,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's sad, and you just have to realize, look, people are people. So I love my doing that series that I do because you get to realize, I mean, I love it, getting to know people,
Yeah,
seeing
it's a
what they're
brilliant
all about.
series.
Exactly, and that's how, if you let people in, you don't give them everything, okay?
Yeah,
It's kinda like an onion. It's kinda like an onion, and you have this really core group of friends that and then you've got your close family or close friends and then you have your acquaintances, and then you have YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you just kind of want to peel off some layers for
Yeah.
them. Not don't peel off as many layers as you would for your family.
Yeah. Oh yes. Is that a quote from Gillam Farms? There's a butt for every seed. Yeah, there's always somebody who's interested in something. Jennifer
Yeah.
just gave me that quote.
Yeah. That's right. There's always someone who's interested in something. And whether that's just, you never know what that's going to be. You just never
Yeah,
do.
and I mean, if I could, I would love to be able to travel a lot more and just get more of the same sort of footage that people seem to want to watch on my channel. I started off as a cooking channel, but I didn't get really that many views. So,
Yeah.
if something doesn't work, try something else. And I absolutely disliked. I love cooking, but I disliked filming and disliked editing cooking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that probably showed as well. But I get out to the markets and I really enjoy doing the markets. And, if there's a festival or something like that
And
on, I
see, and
really
that's,
enjoy them.
yeah. The markets, I mean, people here in the States, when we hear of Australia and New Zealand and those places, we'd love to be there because it's so magically, Hollywood's made it so magical for us. So it's one of those places that we just, yeah. So I think you'd
Mm,
get lots and lots of views.
yeah,
Just even walking downtown during the day and showing the
yeah.
stores.
Well, yeah, I was walking downtown from the art gallery. That was my latest video. So, I'll
Mhm.
just film this and I know Simply Katie walks with her 30 for 30 2025 challenge. Well, that'll slot in with that one quite well if she wants to put it on the playlist. So, I did that one and
I'm
had that
your
one
lady.
premiere yesterday. Hi there, Moon over Miami.
So
Um,
I
but I
think if
want,
you would, I think if you just totally, what's it like? Just show going to the grocery store, the difference in the houses. I think I've been amazed at when I watch a lot of Australian movies and TV shows. I love them. I love them. And I think what amazes me is that it looks so much like America, like the United States, the houses, the yards, everything, and you don't see that through Europe, but you do over in and the music, the country western, you know, you see a lot of very close similarities.
yeah, well,
Not the
Australia's a
politics.
huge country, so that's
Yeah.
why, things are more spread out because it's such a huge country.
Yeah.
But
So I
sadly,
think people would just totally be fascinated with every aspect of Australia, at least
yeah,
people in the United
sadly,
States.
sadly, the reality of living here is it's no longer the country of Crocodile Dundee or Steve Irwin, if you
Yeah.
know what I mean. It's become more like England, which is really sad. And
Yeah.
I don't mean England of how England used to be. I mean England of today. I mean England how England used to be. We're talking about early 2000s. Oh, it was an amazing place to visit, and it was such fun, and it was a wonderful place to visit. But it's not like that now, which is really, really, really sad.
Yeah.
It's become a very, very restrictive place, and you dare not say something out of turn that the
Or
authorities
you could
don't
be
like.
arrested. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, arrested and jailed. Yeah, and it's sad. It's not England that used to be. The English people of old just didn't give a. I'm not going to say it,
Yeah.
but they'd say whatever they wanted to say, and they just could care less. And it's not like that anymore. People have
And
become
you
frightened
look
and
at the
uptight.
United States, you look at the United States, you look at Australia, you look at all Canada, we're all from England. I
And
mean,
Western, yeah, and Europe, yeah,
yeah,
Northern Europe
yeah,
and Western Europe, yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, because yeah,
fascinating.
I'm not from England.
No, I
My
mean, yeah,
yeah, my original is Scandinavia. That's why I
yeah.
actually have my channel Arielle-Viking.
But I mean, like at the beginning of the country, when the
Yeah, the beginning of
origins
the
of,
countries were all
yeah,
they're all the same sort of beginnings. Came from the British Isles with a fair mix of
yeah,
Western Europe in as well.
yeah,
All very similar origins there.
with the government of Great Britain
Yeah, yeah,
trying to
exactly.
control
Yeah.
control all the countries. Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer, that's horrid. I just saw you. UK now made it mandatory for school-age kids 9 to 16 to learn Islam as
Oh
a
wow.
main. That's disgusting. And I mean, they don't do it with anybody else making people having to learn anyone else.
Wow.
When we were kids, and I'm sure Lynda could say the same, we all had RI, religious
Yeah.
instruction in schools, where a pastor would come in, once a week and run classes. But that wasn't compulsory either. If the parents really didn't want the kids to learn that subject, the kids could be exempted and didn't have to attend.
We got Bibles at school. They bring
Yeah,
Bibles in and give us Bibles to take
yeah,
home.
they
Yeah.
did. Yeah, back in the day, yes, and I wish that would come back.
Yeah.
And now they're just
Yeah.
pushing this other rubbish, and I'm sorry for anybody who's listening, but that what Jennifer said is not compatible with Western values,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't be made to learn that. If people wish to learn it, they can, but it should be an elective.
Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree.
And I mean, in this country now, I'm not able to say too much either. My English friends will know exactly what I'm talking about because very similar laws in England. Those laws have now been passed in this country.
Yeah.
So I'm not able
Well,
to say too much, or I could find
and
myself
I
in jail.
saw, they were trying, there were places in the United States that were trying to do the same or
Yeah.
similar. Yeah.
And I mean, America was so, so lucky in November that
Yeah, I agree. I
I
totally
really think
agree.
America was so, so lucky that, enough people
Yeah,
said, no, this path is no good. We're going to change paths. And of course, they made it too big to rig.
yeah, yeah. Well, Ariella, I'm going to have to get off here because I have to take care of my family for dinner, and
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun, and I
Yeah, it's
totally
been
appreciate
great.
you having me on.
Oh, I
And
appreciate you
everybody
coming
got
up.
to see me on my new computer, so I'm
Mm. And yeah, looking at the
first
time, I think,
time.
oh, it's 12:20. So yeah, time has really flown.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you to everybody who's come in here. And yeah, that's interesting, Jennifer. Only the Catholic schools have religious stuff. Did you go to school in Canada, Jennifer? Oh, yes, it's interesting, Pam, yeah. As religious, it must include other religion, yeah. Yeah, it is a flash new computer. But yeah, I should let you go, Lynda. Are you able to get out of here, or do you want me to kick you out?
It kicked me out because I don't know what to do.
Yep, I'll
Let
do
me
that
see.
because I'm about to lose this one too. I've got to work out how you do it.
See,
Put in your
Robyn,
nice
if
outro. You'll have to
what
teach
was
me sometime your nice outro, but we're
oh, how
going
to
to
put
call
it?
it.
Everyone, thanks for coming in, and thanks
Thank you.
on all your subs, and you have a great day. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Lynda.
Good
And
night,
you also
everyone.
clicked the button and you sort of went straight out. So, yes, we'll see you all later. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. So, everybody, we are going to call it now. So, take care. God bless. And until next time, bye bye.